pretty aggressive. It sounds like I have swampers on this truck. What is going on today, guys? My name's Alex. Welcome back to the channel. Tonight we have the old Toyota Tacoma, the Taco, once again. Although we're not really going to talk about the truck tonight. What we're going to talk about is the rubber on this truck, the tires. Wrangler Duratracs. People love them. I actually really like them. This Toyota Tacoma has them on. They are great in winter, not bad on ice. They're really good in snow, really good in snow. And they're actually pretty darn good in any off-road situation. Obviously, a full-blown mud tire is going to be better for mud. You know, a desert runner tire is going to be better for that. But in general, this is an all-terrain tire, and in my opinion, it's one of the best actual true all-terrain tires that is good in the snow, good in the mud, good in the sand, good on rocks. It just kind of does it all. They are quite pricey in comparison to other all-terrain tires, but like I mentioned, they are probably one of the best. Now, the other downside that people tend to complain about with the Wrangler Duratracs is noise. And wow, let me tell you about this Toyota Tacoma. She is a loud girl, and it's not because of the exhaust, it is because these tires. Now, I can't blame the tires firsthand because there are some situations that kind of, or may have led to that, which I'll get into, but let me take you for a ride first, and I'll give you guys the chance to hear what I'm hearing, and therefore we can kind of, you know, understand what I'm talking about. So this is what these Duratracs sound like, and I'm sure, as you guys can hear, it's pretty loud. Pretty aggressive. It sounds like I have swampers on this truck, and I don't. It's just some good old Wrangler Duratracs. So here's cruising at 80 kilometers an hour. Not much different. Still kind of the same thing. Yeah, pretty noisy. Here's what it sounds like cruising at 60K an hour, just kind of bombing around town. It's not too good. They are quite loud. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty freaking loud. Here's with some music on, and you can still hear those tires. Wow. So you guys heard these things, absolutely atrocious. You know, I'm pretty sure some full-blown swampers wouldn't sound that bad. Well, I don't know, but they sound pretty bad nonetheless. I probably should have got my light in here, but I think you guys can see this okay. The rears are the worst here, and basically what's happening is they're starting to feather. Now, when I mean feathering, and I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this on camera, but basically you can see that this lug here is higher than this lug, and this lug is higher than that lug, and so it's kind of like feathered, if that makes sense. And I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see that, but that's what makes that loud lug 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 lug, because these lugs keep kind of banging into the road as they rotate. Now the fronts are actually not that bad. They're okay. There's a couple reasons why this probably happened for this truck. Now, the owner of this truck is my good buddy, and it's really not his fault. This should have been, you know, the tire salesman. Whoever sold them these tires should probably give, you know, their head a shake. If you guys can see that, what does that say? Load range E. Now, if you guys know anything about load ranges, load range E is a pretty strong tire. It's equivalent to 10 plies, and each manufacturer has different, you know, weight ratings for each letter of range. And so a light truck tire load E, well, that is pretty stiff. For example, my Power Wagon has a load range of D. Now, the deeper you go into the alphabet, the stronger the tire. Pretty sure this is like a load L, maybe load H. Anyways, it's down there, it's down in the alphabet. A Load Range E is a very stiff tire for such a light truck. So it's interesting why someone would have sold, you know, a heavy duty tire. Like Load Range E is on like dualies and like 2,500, 3,500 trucks. This isn't even a full-size 1,500. This is a mid-size truck and, you know, weighs a fraction of what those things weigh. And it's gonna make the sidewalls super stiff. It's gonna make the ride super stiff for such a light truck, and potentially, you know, increase or, you know, kind of mess up tire wear, because these things are meant to be pumped up at pretty high PSI. Like, I think it dually runs at like 65 or 85 PSI in the rear, where this truck is only meant to run at like 35 PSI on the door sticker, but the tires are meant to run at such a high PSI. So right away, there's kind of, you know, some shenanigans happening there. Doesn't mean you can't run Load Range E on your truck. It's just really not meant to run that strong of tire, if that makes sense. When they installed these tires, they pumped them up to like 55 PSI. Again, these tires are meant to be held at high PSIs. Now, the truck, the sticker, I believe, is 35 PSI. So this truck was running, you know, 20 PSI over the actual recommended door sticker rate, and you should always follow the door sticker because that's what the manufacturer recommends. So what's gonna happen is the center of the tire, because it's overinflated and it's such a stiff tire, it's just gonna blow out the center here, and you're gonna get all kinds of feathering in here, which is just exactly what's happened. So I guess in conclusion, it is not totally the Wrangler Duratrack's fault, although they are known to be very noisy. But I think the big thing to take away here is to know the load range of your tire. I think it makes a big difference. It's gonna make a big difference to your ride quality. And then obviously, you know, the fact that the tires were over inflated really doesn't help anything either. So those two contributing factors, along with the Duratrack's kind of known for getting loud. And, you know, this isn't the first time I've seen Duratrack's feather out like that. I haven't seen that on my trucks. I had a 2017 Ram with Duratrack's for like 3 years, 40,000 K on them. Beautiful tires, loved them. I got Duratrack's on my Power Wagon. Great tires, love them. But I have seen them kind of, you know, get really loud, and, you know, it's not the most pleasant drive, as you guys heard there. So just be aware, the best thing you guys can do for your tires is make sure you have the right tires for the truck. Common myth also, higher load ranges does not mean that your tread lasts longer. Load range has nothing to do with the tread. It has everything to do with the sidewall. So get that out of your head. Higher load ranges does not mean longer tire life at all. In fact, as we see on this truck, it could mean very much diminished tire life. So just keep that in mind. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. Just thought I'd share, you know, my opinion. And just because this truck was so loud, I had to put it on the channel. I figured you guys would find that kind of interesting. If you did like the video, don't forget to leave that thumbs up. And if you like cool stuff like this, maybe think about subscribing. We'd love to have you guys on board. Anyways, enough of me. We'll see you in the next freaking video.